the Tokyo Bill, a short news brief on recent events in and around Japan. Warren Buffett, well-known investor, expressed in his annual letter to shareholders that he plans to increase his company's holdings in Japan's 5 largest trading houses. Berkshire Hathaway began buying stocks in Itochu, Marubeni, Mitsubishi, Mitsui, and Sumitomo in 2019, agreeing to keep stakes under 10% initially. However, the companies have now agreed to allow Berkshire to increase its ownership. Buffett expects to hold this investment for many decades and to find new ways to cooperate with these companies. He also expressed his concerns about U.S. government finances, warning that paper money could lose value due to poor fiscal practices and urging for vigilance in currency management. The Transport Ministry will set a quota for women in the entrance exam at Civil Aviation College for the 2027 academic year. Currently, female pilots make up only 2% in Japan, and the goal is to increase this to 10% by 2035. The exam will focus on personality evaluation through document screening in interviews, offering 30 slots with 20 for women. Women will represent nearly 20% of the total recruitment. Additionally, the height requirement of 158 centimeters will be removed for applicants starting in 2026. Only 6 female students entered for the 2024 year, or 5.6%, highlighting the need for change. People in Tokyo gathered on Monday to mark 3 years since Russia invaded Ukraine, urging for an end to the conflict. The event took place in front of Shibuya Station, with Ukrainians and supporters participating. Demonstrators displayed placards and the Ukrainian flag with messages like, "Don't forget Ukraine." One Ukrainian man, present at last year's anniversary, called for people the world over to support the end of the conflict. Another protester, Irina Derachova, shared her experience of escaping to Japan with her mother almost 3 years ago. She highlighted the challenges evacuees face, especially in finding work, and urged the international community to help achieve a ceasefire soon. A large protest took place in front of the Finance Ministry in Tokyo on Monday, demanding the end of the consumption tax and restructuring of the ministry. A government proposal in November had suggested increasing the taxable earnings threshold, which would lower tax revenues by 7 trillion yen, and was met with tremendous criticism by the public. Protesters expressed frustration over the media's lack of coverage, feeling that important issues were being ignored. Democratic Party of the People Secretary General Kazuya Shimba acknowledged the public's frustration. Discussions between ruling and opposition parties about tax policies are set to continue. 6 letters from writer Yukio Mishima to former Tokyo Governor Shintaro Ishihara have been found. Ishihara had mentioned the letters in a book, but they were not discovered until now when his family examined his belongings. In a letter wishing Ishihara a speedy recovery from an illness, Mishima expressed concern about Japan's future and encouraged Ishihara to reflect on Japanese society. This particular letter was sent 3 years before Mishima's infamous death in 1970. Ishihara later cited this letter as a key motivation for his political aspirations. The two writers shared a strong bond but had differing views, especially on politics and imperial rule. Ishihara served in the House of Representatives and as governor of Tokyo and died in 2022. The letters are to be published in a completed edition of Ishihara's book by the end of February. This has been the Tokyo Bill. These stories and more you can read at theTokyoBill.com. I've been, and remain, Tokyo Bill. Thank you for listening, and take care.